Hi folks, today's vlog is a day full of little things that bring joy at home. We're kicking off with a different kind of breakfast, mini Handvo bites, something crispy and different. Brought home a new monstera plant. Oh, and my spice drawer got a tiny but satisfying upgrade because, let's be real, organizing small spaces is weirdly therapeutic. Plus, I'll show you a super easy salad that's fresh, simple and perfect for busy days. Also, ever struggled with folding fitted sheets? I've got a trick to make it hassle-free. And of course, a little meal prep session before I cook up a unique and tasty saag for lunch. So grab a cup of chai, sit back and let's dive in. We will be soaking 4 kinds of dals to make this breakfast recipe, and I've already done it in advance. So this is a high protein recipe that is super healthy. Moving on, we have to grind these washed and soaked dals with a little bit of ginger and green chilies first. Make a fine batter with it. These mini Handvo bites are very healthy and full of vegetables, and you'll see that in a bit. For veggies, I've taken grated carrots and zucchini today, but lauki is a great option too. A bit of finely chopped coriander. Next, we will combine a few basic spices showing up on the screen right now. These things together combine and make the base of this recipe. I really like to add hing or asafoetida to this. This recipe doubles up as a snack recipe too. Either add Eno to the batter, but if you don't have that, then combine baking soda with a touch of lemon juice. This will help make the recipe lighter and fluffier, and if you wish, you could skip this too. Before adding the batter to hot pan, I am applying some ghee, adding sesame seeds, mustard seeds and curry leaves. These have to be cooked on a medium to low heat so that these get cooked properly all the way. And in between all this, I thought of sharing with you my new monstera plant. I've always been a plant enthusiast, and while we are in the last part of the winters, I thought this would be a good time to get some. Although we still have 2 more months to go, but the sky is seeming brighter than before, which is why I thought it may not be so bad after all. So I bought a smaller monstera this time since I want to see the leaves unfurling and new leaves cropping up every now and then. I'm fairly more experienced with this one now. Also added an aglaonema which has beautiful pink stems. Once the bites start setting, you'll notice the edges firming up. That's the perfect time to flip them. Look at that golden color, crispy on the outside, yet soft and fluffy from the inside. These bites are delicious. Keeping the heat medium to low ensures they get cooked evenly without burning. After a few minutes, they are ready to serve. I'm plating these up with some green chutney, and honestly, they smell amazing. Light, flavorful and packed with veggies, perfect for breakfast or even as a quick snack. If you've been on the channel for a while, you'd know how I tend to oversell my spice drawer to you all. Can't help it. I've been so proud of it all this while. Well, it's been a few years since I set up the previous arrangement and I felt it was time for an upgrade. This time I've used a ready-made organizer underneath and I'm going to give it a try to see how it feels. The bottles are new too, with cork style lids, which I absolutely love. And the labels, I made them myself. adds such a personal touch. This new drawer has a completely fresh feel and vibe, and honestly, I am taking my own sweet time to get used to it. But you know what? I'm glad I went for the change. Sometimes we hold on to things just because they've worked well in the past, but trying something new can be refreshing. Even if the old setup fit my needs perfectly, this little upgrade feels like a nice shift. Now for a super quick and refreshing salad. I've chopped some fresh lettuce leaves to make it easier to mix and eat. No big chunks, just nice bite-sized pieces. Adding in chopped cucumber, juicy tomatoes are optional, but I've added them, and a bit of finely sliced or chopped onion for that slight crunch and zing. What I love about salads like this is how fresh and colorful they look. It's like a little bowl of sunshine. And the best part, you don't need fancy ingredients, like all of these are left over for me. Just simple fresh veggies come together to make something tasty. Sometimes I even add roasted peanuts or crumbled paneer, by the way, so that is an option too. For the vinaigrette, I'm doing the standard, that is mixing olive oil, a squeeze of lemon juice, a dash of vinegar, salt, pepper, and a hint of honey to balance the flavors. I love how a simple dressing can completely change the taste of this salad, so go beyond just the lemon juice and try this. Tossing everything together gently so the lettuce don't wilt, and that's it, ready in minutes. Let me know in the comments what's your favorite salad combo. I'd love to try new ideas as well. Germany introduced me to fitted bed sheets maybe over 5 or 6 years ago. And as much as I love how neat and snug they look on the bed, I absolutely dreaded folding them. They're just so oddly shaped, and anything in my closet that isn't folded properly really bothers me. It's one of those little things. Anyway, a few months back I figured out a way to fold them neatly, and I thought I'd share it with you today. So here's what you do. Take 2 corners of the bedsheet and tuck them inside the other 2 corners. Then lay the sheet flat on a surface. You'll notice that the shorter sides naturally fall inwards. From here it's easy, just fold it into halves and then thirds, or however you prefer. Trust me, once you try this, folding fitted sheets won't feel like a puzzle anymore. This day I was cooking saag for lunch, and while the saag is cooking, it reminds me of this funny little story from a few years ago. I had decided to make saag for the first time, feeling super confident. Like, how hard could it be, right? I had watched my mom make it so many times, it looked simple enough. So I started with all the enthusiasm in the world, chopping the greens, getting the spices ready, and thinking I had it all under control. But somewhere along the way, I got a bit too ambitious and decided to experiment by adding a few extra spices, thinking I'd make it even better. Big mistake. By the time it was done, the saag tasted nothing like the comforting dish I remembered. It wasn't bad, but let's just say it had personality. I still remember calling my mom, asking her why it didn't taste like hers. And she just laughed and said, because saag isn't about adding more, it's about keeping it simple and letting the greens shine. That stuck with me. Now, every time I make saag, I smile at that memory and stick to the basics because sometimes simple really is the best, at least with this recipe. Today, from the crispy mini Handvo bites to the cozy saag and everything in between, it's been such a fulfilling day. I always feel that these little home moments, whether it's trying a new recipe or just refreshing a corner, add so much joy to our routine. If you enjoyed spending the day with me, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. I'd love to hear which part you enjoyed the most. Until next time, take care and keep creating those cozy corners in your home. Bye bye.